Hey everybody, this is Alejandro. Saturday is Halloween, and I know this is the time of year people like to experiment with a Ouija board. I've used a Ouija board several times in different investigations, and I've had some very interesting results. Now, I've had fans ask me a lot of questions about whether or not it's good or bad to use the Ouija board. One of the best resources on how to use the Ouija board and the history behind the Ouija board is the Talking Board Historical Society. They're the people behind OuijaCon. I got to go there this spring with my friend Summer when she was working on her movie Yes, No, Goodbye. And recently on their Twitter account, they released a list of 6 rules you should never break when you use a Ouija board. And I thought we'd go over those rules today. Rule number 1, never use a Ouija board alone. Now, me personally, I've used a Ouija board with other people before. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I've always been skeptical about whether or not I'd be able to use it by myself, which is really the reason I've never tried to except once. And that was in a haunted cemetery in Little Rock, Arkansas. And believe it or not, although it did not work, what ended up happening is that my car broke down. So was that because I used the Ouija board by myself and something cursed me? Or is it because I also broke rule number 2? Don't use the Ouija board in a cemetery. Now, aside from my bad experience in Little Rock, I've actually used the Ouija board in a cemetery with my good friend Roger and had a really active response, but it also seemed like a spirit that was really in a rush to say goodbye and to leave us. So I've done it. Did something bad happen to me? No, but full disclosure, anytime you try to communicate with spirits on the other side, you never know what you're gonna bring in. Rule number 3, don't burn a Ouija board. Now, I've never tried to burn a Ouija board, I guess because I haven't had a bad Ouija board experience, but I've known a lot of people who've said they've tried to burn the Ouija board to get rid of it. And this goes back to that tall tale where if you try to get rid of a Ouija board, it will always work its way back to you. Either somebody will give you a Ouija board as a gift again, or it'll end up on your front door, or other supernatural things where like the Ouija board will show back up in your home and you don't know how it got there. And believe it or not, I've heard those stories from different people. So I always thought that burning the Ouija board was the best way to get rid of it, but according to the Talking Board Historical Society, that's a rule you should not break. Rule number 4, don't leave a planchette alone on a Ouija board. Now, for those of you who don't know what a planchette, it is the triangle device that you will see on the Ouija board, like this item right here, and that's the item used to spell, and it's believed to be bad luck to leave the planchette alone on the Ouija board. Though if I think I ever saw a planchette move by itself, I would just freak out and probably stop using Ouija boards altogether. Rule number 5, don't ask the spirit board when you're going to die. Now, personally, I've never tried that. I'm not exactly sure I want to know when I want to die. I don't know why it's a rule you shouldn't break. Maybe you used to, you're going to die sooner than later, but at the same time, you figure if you're going to die one day, you're going to die one day. So I don't know. Caution, beware. And finally, rule number 6, and to me this is an absolute given and a no-brainer, always say goodbye. Tell the spirit board that you're done, take it down to the goodbye on the bottom and tell it that you're leaving and that all spirits should stay with the board. That none of the spirits have permission to go home with you or to stay with you or to follow you. Basically tell it, peace out and I'm done with you. That way, at least you're trying to give yourself some kind of protection in case you do communicate with something evil. So that's it, the 6 rules of the Ouija board you should never break. Have you ever used a Ouija board, and have you ever had a bad experience? Is anybody planning on using the Ouija board this Halloween? Just put the answers in the comments below. Love to hear what you got going on. I want to do some quick shout outs for this video. First, Talking Board Historical Society. You can follow them at tbhs.org. They're the foremost experts on Ouija boards. They have a OuijaCon that you should check out if you're in the Baltimore area. So go check out their site and follow them on Twitter. And also to Summer Jones, who invited me to go to OuijaCon when she was working on her movie Yes, No, Goodbye. And you can follow her movie at talkingboardmovie.com. Okay, y'all, thanks for checking out this video. For all the new people who've just stumbled across my channel, I'm a paranormal investigator. I travel across the United States doing paranormal investigations, and I am coming up on episode 100. So old fans and new fans, stay tuned through the month of November because we're going to get to the 100th episode of Dead Explorer. So it's going to be really exciting. I'm saving the best for last. Thanks everybody for checking out. I'm Alejandro. Please, if everyone like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.